Wholeness. Today is 7/19. Before I get into the reading, shameless plug. The Dragon's Gate of Abundance. The Dragon's Gate of Abundance event started yesterday. I forgot where we at. 468.88, something like that. Almost $500. So that contest is underway. That manifestation event. It's not really a contest. That manifestation event is underway. If you're interested, go to my page. It's tagged or pinned depending on what platform you're on. So the Dragon's Gate of Abundance event is underway. It's $8 per entry. What this is about though is about the full buck moon. We have a full moon on the 21st, so 2 days from now. The peak time is at 6:17 a.m. Eastern time. Numerology, there's a lot of shit going on in there. Just that time alone, 6:17. 6 is your traumatic foundations. 17 is the star card, the shit you're starring in. The plentifulness. So at 6:17 a.m. when we hit that peak moment, which is the highest point of intensity that you get from the moon, is shit gets highlighted. Things get highlighted and you can see where a lot of the stuff you're starring in ain't nothing but a reflection of your traumas. Unfortunately, what I've always witnessed and worked around is people are so deep in their traumas that they don't realize that they are the ones starring in it. If that makes sense to you. They got so much traumatic shit going on in them that the only thing that they keep manifesting or gravitate towards or attracting is a reflection of their own turmoil inside of them, their own heart. Or and even just their heart, inside their own energy. So a lot of people are not letting go. I hate using that word, doing the work, because sometimes doing the work is realizing ain't shit to work on. I am who I am. I don't have to keep trying to make changes within me to become a better fit for somebody else. I just need to realize that the people I keep trying to fit in is the same motherfuckers that's giving me a fit. Hi, if you're new to me, I cuss all fucking day long. I cuss all fucking day long, so if you get offended, get the fuck out. Really. Or stay the fuck in. I don't care. So, hi. Let's do this. This reading is about 7/21, 2024. I'm a soldier, but it's much older than that. It's much older than my army. I've been cussing before I went in the army, and that was way back in 1988. I just cuss because it make me feel good. But I was gonna say something about somebody saying something offended, but I'm gonna be respectful. If my wife was here, I would say it because then she would already know where my head's at. But I'm gonna be a good boy and just do this reading. Spankings. Full buck moon. Let's get into the reading. Full buck moon. When you look at these full moons, everything is an analogy of something else. In the case of the full buck moon, this was the time where you started to see the deers out with the antlers, meaning that the males had hit that point of virility that were now they finna get out here and procreate. So basically, it's a high fertility time and a point of maturation. You know, hit maturity, and now you get ready to go on to the next phase of life. Energetically, that can get you messed up. I have an analogy of the moons that works with the way I run my number system, and it basically with the vernal equinox, which is the March full moon, basically brings in the traditional New Year. So when that traditional New Year moon in March, you sprout forth the seeds that you planted way back in winter solstice, December time. The April moon is holy shit. I'm waking up, and now I'm about to become a part of what I've already planted. The May moon is holy shit. It is now been given life. And if you understand anything about energy, once you give life to something else has already met death. That'll lose some of you if you got, hang-ups with religions and shit like that. Once you give life to something, what gave life already instituted its own death. It's an energetic exchange. So then that May moon is holy shit. Energetically, I've exchanged my energy for what I want to see. The June moon, aka the flower moon, is holy shit. Those seeds, they're now planting flowers. Flowers become fruit. So that June moon says, holy shit, you done already got out here and you done smelling these flowers, and guess what? You about to start eating some fruit or vegetables, in case of, a lot of things. But then the July moon says, okay, it hit the point of maturity. The fruit are now mature and now you're about to eat. So this July moon, what you hear me call the full fuck moon, we're about to get put in the buck. And if you understand that in a sexual connotation, if you don't understand what the buck position is, go look it up. I'm not going to give you that class. But there's a lot of adults in here. You understand what the buck is. Some of us, let me shut up. Look up the buck. So the full buck moon has more to do with just, deers in the field and shit like that. It's, oh no, shit that hit maturity and I got some choices to make. So with this full buck moon, whereas I put up my Hills numerology earlier, the full buck moon is the equivalent of being fully fucked because you are already invested. You're already invested, and for the common mind, you don't. Here's where a lot of people go wrong. When you fully invested in something and it is now showing you that it's not what you want to see, instead of disengaging and no longer investing in it, a lot of people are going to try and find another angle to keep it and make it do what it do. What we call ROI, return on investment. I've already given up my energy, so I might as well see it through. Hell, been guilty of that plenty of times in my life, and probably will do it again. But case in point, when you're in a relationship and it is now showing you everything that you're going to get out of it, but hell no, I've already been in it too long, or already see this and that I want with this other person. So you make adjustments within yourself, or you try and force adjustments within the other to get your intended result. You've already streamlined on what you want to see. You're not paying attention to what's actually there. That's where this full buck moon is really going to have a lot of us, is that you see what's really going on. It just don't fit for what you've already placed inside of your barriers. I see all that shit that's going on over there. I know that shit ain't got nothing to do with me, or I know that shit is really intended to distract me, but I'm not going to pay attention to the distraction because the distraction ain't showing me what I want to see. The distraction already won. The distraction already won. The distractions stay winning in this realm. Why? Because if you get taught that you have to pay attention or you have to have balance with somebody else before you can establish balance within yourself, somebody else already has more of you than you have of yourself, because you're already under condition, and your level of condition is them. You collectively connected. Damn, maybe the collective consciousness is a trick. I don't know, it's a perspective. So let's do this reading, because that probably done lost a lot of y'all, but you'll be alright. So the full buck moon on July 21st at 6:17 a.m. Eastern time will be the peak of the moon. So here's the way I work my energy. And this ain't just, basically I think the Chaldeans will back me up on this. But if the peak time of the moon is before sunrise, it belongs to the night before. You understand that? If the peak time for the full moon is at 6:17 a.m. and the sunrise is like, say, 6:45 a.m., then that moon was full before the sun rose. So guess where the full moon was? That night before the sun rose. So in all actuality, tomorrow night is the full moon. But New Age practitioners and Old Age practitioners with stubborn ways that got taught from systems that are designed to keep you needing to learn will just do that. That's where a lot of people are at. Well, I've been doing this for 30 years. Yeah, you're still using formats that still got you 5 years into practice while you've been doing it for 30 years. No shots fired. But you understand what I'm saying? If the peak time is before the rise time, the peak already happened before you see. A lot of people get caught up on it. So you're going to see a lot of people, and again, it's all energy and it's all mental. It's not fair for me to do that. I'm not going to do that because where we're at right now, that's not a truth. I normally would say it's all energy and it's all the way you mentally use it, but we are under so much pressure of mental abuse that the energy uses us. That's why retrogrades are getting stronger. That's why these Saturn returns and all this other shit is getting stronger. Holy shit, wait till Venus kick in. Y'all gonna lose your fucking mind. You understand what I'm saying? Retrogrades and signs and things like that are stronger now. Not just because we're paying attention to it, but we're using it to pay attention to ourselves. You understand that? You're using the systems of separation. It's supposed to tell you how you are functioning in separation, on how to stop functioning in separation and get into a better state of wholeness when it was already systems of separation. And so if you feed that more than you're feeding yourself, it becomes greater than you because it already has you. It already has your energy and flow. So you're going to see people who would know the full moon on the night of the 21st. Technically, it'll still be 99% illumination. Hell, a lot of sites, including NASA, might even list it at 100%. But common sense should kick in. If the peak time is at 6:17 a.m. in the morning, which means it's 100% illumination, then if 19 hours later it's still at 100% illumination, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. So point is, you have to figure out time. The peak time, even with new moons, when the moon has no illumination and visibility, it's still correlation of points. If you cannot figure out your peak times, then you're going to have people practicing off of time, especially when you're trying to have timing with your magics. I'm just saying. planetary calendars and time charts, Chaldean methods and shit like that, which they only took older methods and made them their own. That's the way history works anyway. You find out who knew what they were doing even when they didn't know what they were doing, and you steal it from them and label it your own. Or even if you didn't steal it from them, you learn from them and you perfect it in your own fashion, and then you make it your own. You understand that? That's how, that's how you got mathematics. That's how you have the Pythagorean theorem and shit like that. They took understandings and made it their own. Alright, let me quit rambling because this is a lot. Full buck moon. Are you fully bucked or are you fully fucked? What's going on, Melodic? So that's a two-part question. Are you fully bucked, which means you've grown up and you matured? Ain't nothing hidden. That's a perspective of judgment. This is the judgment card. This is Archangel Gabriel. Have you been listening to the messages being blown through the horn? Are you standing safe in your own island, or are you isolated and alone? Everything's been revealed. Hi. On Facebook, my name is Heal and Reveal. Everything's been revealed. So, what are you healing? That'll lose a lot of you. If everything's been revealed, what am I healing? Well, I'm healing from what so-and-so did. Then if it's been revealed, why are you trying to heal from it when you already been through it? See, that's a Jedi mind trick. What you've already been through cannot be changed, but it can continue to change you. You get that? What you've been through cannot be changed, but it can continue to change you through thought subscription. If you keep giving it your energy, if you keep allowing the experience that has already transpired to be the guideline for where you go next, then whose course are you on? Are you on the course of what's belonging to you, or are you on the course of what's now your master? If your traumas hold more of you than you are holding yourself, you're already enslaved. I put up a post. I don't think I put it up over here. Yeah, because one of my friends shared it to me. I put it up on Facebook, and it was this Buddha type figure, and he was at the top of the mountain, and then there was this guy who climbed the mountain, and he was like, "Master, wise master, I've climbed this mountain for 3 days. Please teach me the secrets." And he was like, "The secret is," or something like that. He was like, "to leave me the fuck alone." See, the master got to the top of the mountain away from everybody else because that was the only place he could find peace. And I've been saying this for years, and this pissed a lot of people off. That's not mastery. That's just learning to work your conditions. Mastery is learning that even when I'm standing in a crowd of motherfuckers who are losing their mind, I can't lose mine. Two things. I can't lose mine, and I need to figure out why the fuck I'm there. See, before I go separate from them to find peace, I need to understand what peace is first. And for me, peace is my wholeness. Not go find wholeness away from others, because holy shit, others can find you and now you're right back in condition. And if you start doing your real work, you'd understand the condition was what moved you. Your need to be at peace took you from where you could do the work on yourself, and you only ran from the conditions of others. So again, I ask you the question, if everything's already been revealed, what are you healing? In that scenario, he wasn't healing shit but the traumas. And he wasn't even healing the traumas, he was just changing the parameters. Transmutation. Wink, wink, my fellow alchemist. Sorry. He wasn't changing shit. He was just changing the conditions. But the whole while he was changing the conditions, he was taking change for himself. Trying to get to that mountaintop so that he can be free, but still always under the conditions of enslavement. Because holy shit, look what happened when somebody found him. Leave me the fuck alone. Right back into trauma. That's how a lot of people operate. Everything's been revealed. You should be at the point of maturity to understand that if everything is being revealed, I gotta start looking at it without rose-colored glasses, and I damn sure cannot be looking at it from the same shit that put me in conditions. I'm sorry, this'll hurt you too. If you use what was used to put you in enslavement as what's going to set you free, you's a fucking fool. Oops. But let your life tell your tale. If you use what got you enslaved as what's going to get you free, part of the conditions of use was your enslavement. You just got a bigger room in the mansion. That's all. But I digress. So, the two-part question, are you under the full book? Have you hit maturity? Hopefully. Depends on your judgment. Everything's been revealed. Everything's been revealed. But like I just got through pointing the example, everything can be revealed and you not find proper resonance because your mind is filled with ignorance. And that's not a bad word as in you some ignorant motherfuckers. I'll use that one when I want to call you out on that level. Ignorance as in I haven't learned to let go of what won't let me free. I have not learned to let go of those systems designed to not let me free. That's when you fully fucked. That's when you on your back and your legs are way up in the air and you taking it. You taking it well. Holy shit, you taking it well. My dear genie, you are bound to the experience. What is the experience? What you thought. What you thought is only going to teach you what to think. That's that system of mastery that y'all done fell prey to. Mastery, 33, the master teacher. Holy shit, who put me in school? Who put me in school? And if I'm in school, what's the lesson? The lesson is you, my child. Well, who gonna teach me you? Or in that case, who gonna teach me me? Everything else. Again, see the aforementioned statement. If who took your identity is the same system of what's going to give you your identity, holy sheep shit, Batman. You lost 3 times over. If what got you lost is what's getting used as what's going to get you found, it's only going to take you to a new location. But are you going to be there? Yes. But is it really you? No. It's just the you under the conditions that you've been enslaved to. It's just the gains you can make. I just want to gain a safer space away from where I'm already in danger. But holy shit, what did I tell you? Before I assess what's got me in danger, I need to verify that the danger is real. Holy shit, melanated people. Go in the mall and just run. There's no threat assessment. There's just threat response. Go in the mall and just run in front of a bunch of melanated colored people. and watch everybody get up and run with you. Why? Because you exist out of threat response. So processing the source of the danger will always come last. You will only process the fact that there is a danger, which means you never came first. Because all you got to be doing, all it has to be done is somebody put you in danger. Somebody keep you in battle and put you in danger, and you'll never fight to get free. You'll just fight to get out of danger. Damn. You'll never fight to get out of danger, and even when the danger is what's giving you the boxing gloves to fight, you ain't gonna fight for yourself. You're gonna fight for your master. Oops. Vote. Sorry. Sorry. Are you fully fucked? I don't know. We'll find out what we gaining. We'll find out what we gaining, but if what we gaining still has me as the genie granting wishes for others and then ain't never getting shit for myself to set me free, if I am so powerful but all my power belongs to somebody else, I ain't shit. I was having this conversation with my 2 teenage kids the other day about, and I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but this is just common sense. We was having a conversation about reparations and shit like that, and it was like one reason why it wouldn't be a bad thing to give melanated people reparations is because 95% of the money go right back to the fucking government. 95% of the money is going to go right back into the economy because of our spending habits. We're going to go buy some bling. We're going to go buy some trips. We're going to go buy some houses. We're going to buy a bunch of cars. We're going to go to eat out at the finest restaurants. All that money is going to go right back into the system. So they know that. And again, not making this racial, and if you're offended, fuck you. Really. If you are, fuck you. So at this point, it's more about, it's about the hang up of not being wrong. The reason why they won't give reparations because that's a point of admission that they never took the stance on, that they've done shit wrong. Hell, that's how you got critical race theory. It is, we don't want to admit we done wrong, so we don't want to pay you. Yet you can go through history and see where everybody else got paid. But again, this is not the reason for this reading. But this is, if we got you so far enslaved that you won't fight for your freedom, as the master, we don't have to do anything to guarantee you that you're going to be free. You get that? Did you catch that? If you won't stand up for your own freedom, but yet you are waiting on me to set you free, I get to set the conditions for your freedom, even when that doesn't include admission that I got you enslaved. See, somebody done reported me at this point now because this is getting offensive. This is offensive to somebody because some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. In my experience, I probably got about 5 or 6 minutes before I get a no button. I don't give a fuck. Be careful channeling anything right now. Resonance only. Your perspective, your experience. Do what works for you, but be careful channeling anything right now. Spoken as a trickster. Spoken as a trickster. Be careful channeling anything, because channeling anything right now, it might be channeling you. Get that? Pay attention to this reading. Pay attention to this reading. Resonance, and ignorance. Take what resonates and perfect why it resonates. Pay attention to what you have been taught to ignore and figure out why you have to ignore it. That is the only thing I ask. Since you've been doing it that long, resonance and ignorance. If it does not resonate, figure out why. If it is something that you have to ignore, figure out why. So, the first line in my integrated dissection numerology, definitely pay attention. That statement right there tells me everything I need to know. I love you, and I don't even know you. But speaking as the reflection of all things, the role I play in this realm, I love you too. But I'm going to need you to pay attention because you just answered what I was going to tell you. You love others more than you love yourself. That is why you are a channel. And I'm not saying people that get channeled have deficiency points. Hell, I channel. But I'm just telling you, as a trickster, when a TV is left on and you don't have your own remote control, the things that can remotely control you will do it. So, getting into the first line of my reading, 7/21/2024. Vibrationally, 7, I am. Self-awareness, I am. 21, the world. You do. You just buy into ideologies that tell you different. Your words was facts. I do not know how to love myself. You do. It's just everything I just got through saying at the beginning of this reading. If what already has you under control knows that keeping you under control requires you not to have any control for yourself, you're already on a journey. So, 7, say it with me. I am. Whenever you see that number 7, it's I am. The number 21 has to deal with the world. The number 21 has to deal with the world. It is the system of what I've connected to that now has all my potential. But what is 2 plus 1? 3. What I'm connected to that has my potential is the most prevalent thought in my mind. And in the case of a channel, a medium, a psychic, or, and I'm not calling you this, but this is just my professional experience, a schizophrenic or multiple personality disorder type being, the strongest thought in their head is always the winner. And if the strongest thought in your head is not for you, you're already against yourself. So 7/21 says, I am. 2024 says, I am judged by what's burning me. I am judged by what's burning me. But the way it works out on my reading is, I am the world on fire. And as I put in my write-up, there's a write-up on my page, and it's called Heals Numerology. And this is basically what I'm doing off of right here is reading and throwing cards. I am the world on fire, but am I burning bright or being blazed into ashes? That being blazed into ashes is analogous of what you always hear me keep saying, y'all got to stop being phoenixes. A phoenix goes through the experience, gets burnt out or burns herself out, and then comes back and do it again. That's resurrection and reincarnation. I did it. Something else still got me trapped in the energy, so holy shit, even when I made it to the end, it wasn't the end, it was only the beginning. That's a phoenix cycle. So you are either burning bright, meaning you have complete awareness of your energy and you now get to determine what gets your fires. And I'm not talking about you gonna get my anger. That's not your fires. That's your rage. I'm talking about what's getting my passion. So I am the world on fire. Am I passionate about what gets my energy, which is a trick, or am I being burnt by everything that gets my energy? See, that was the trick. If I'm passionate about, sorry, this will offend some of y'all, but a lot of y'all are too passionate about what's going on in other parts of the world, and your backyard is falling the fuck apart. But you have to have compassion for others, and what they're doing over there is wrong when they are fucking doing everything wrong over here. So that's called hypocrisy. That's called sympathetic distraction. That's called attaching to somebody else's issues because you ain't found enough fucking gumption to fix your own. You get it? But your righteousness and your hypocrisy and your egoic standpoint of what should be done will tell you different. See, when you cry about what somebody else got going wrong, but yet everything is going wrong around you and you ain't done shit to fix it, you already enslaved. You're already enslaved to, holy shit, 33, the experience. That's why it burns you so much when you see ills in the world going wrong everywhere else. Because it gives you an escape point for everything else is going wrong or within and around you. So don't get out here and being all passionate and burnt up about what you see going wrong everywhere else when you have not fixed what's going wrong here. Not just around here, but here. Because once you start to do that work in here, what's going wrong around here becomes less a point of connection. Doesn't mean it does not affect you. Don't get me wrong. Does not mean it does not affect you. It's just not as effective in infecting you. I'll say that for you slowly. It does affect you. It just becomes less effective in infecting you. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to rejoice in the pains of what's going on around you, because that was its whole fucking goal. This world is an experience designed to take your fucking power. See, if you want to play that dumb game of this is a lesson, this is planet Earth, this is school. The school lesson is to stop lessening yourself. The duality of stop signing up for the fucking courses and stop reducing yourself by going through all the damn experiences. So again, 7/21/2024, I'm the world on fire. I'm going to leave it open-ended. I'm the world on fire. Am I being burnt? Or am I burning through shit that means to burn me? Holy shit. This is the 32. This is the element of air. In my cards, 32 is the element of air. What's the element of air? Your thoughts. Aimlessness. Understand that word. Aimlessness. As a parent, and one of my best friends, her grandson is what we would call aimless. But us as practitioners understand his aimlessness as in he just ain't connected to the shit around this world. He ain't getting wrapped up in none of the shit that you see teenage kids get caught up in. He don't care about this. He don't care about that. And it's not that he's a misfit or anything. He just got other stuff that makes him happy. So he don't get caught up in the crowd. He don't get caught up in what everybody else is passionate about. He just stays passionate about himself. That's aimlessness. That means he ain't aiming for nothing else. I'm aiming for less mess. I only do what works for me. Some of y'all would do well to learn that. Aim less for so much mess, and holy shit, your mind won't be so fucking on fire. You get that? If everything you see around you reminds you of something else around you that ain't right, everything's wrong. Your whole reasoning process becomes connected to what? The thoughts. But remember, I already told you, the thoughts only want you to keep on having experiences that keep you enslaved. And the best way to keep you enslaved is to keep you embattled. Cue in what I said earlier about running to the mall in front of a bunch of melanated people and watch them all get up and run with you. That's the way this world is working. Keep you running because it's so much that does not promote stillness. The stillness looks like a bad thing. Man, it's aimless to be stillness. I just need to get with my family. I just need to get into a soul tribe. I just need to get to a bunch of other motherfuckers who got less traumas as me or working through the same traumas but still traumatized nonetheless. Explain me in the old world. I couldn't connect to anything but God and loving. And I'll honor that, but as a contrarian, when are you going to connect to you and just love you and realize that God was still just another force of separation? You get it? Generated, operated, force of destruction. Love myself in stillness. Nothing else to see. Aim less for mess, especially when the mess I keep aiming for is only conditions of the system and the conditions of the teachings that never set me free. That's how you end up on Akashic paths. That's how you end up on soul journeys. That's how you end up in life lessons and star charts and Pleiadian tribes and Anunnaki rebirth systems. Shit like that. Because you'll go through in a fashion that makes you feel good about going through, but you already carried a piece of the trauma that told you, move. So when you get to the end and you complete the trauma that made you move, what the trauma took you through makes it to the end, but the trauma that you carry with you is still there. So you're going to sign up to do it again. If that makes sense. Contrarian. So moving on to the next line. Wholeness. 77-4. 77, the master spiritualist, the master illusionist. Remember I told you 7, whenever you say that number, I am, look at the number 77. I am. Wait a minute, who are you? I am. Are you telling me or are you asking me? I am. Instead of I am. Holy shit, I already been placed in separation. If I am, why I gotta say that shit twice? And if I gotta say that shit twice, who am I talking to? And I said to myself, huh? And self said, huh? We already got an issue. We call that cosmic schizophrenia. I am what I am not. Dissolve in that beauty. But in order to dissolve, you had to have the resolve to evolve. All that was motion. I am beauty. I am everything there is and nothing there ever will be. I am. All things are me. And I am all things. I just forgot what I was, so I'm trying to find an identity to best fit me. We call that cosmic schizophrenia. We call that the divine split. When I know I'm everything, but I'm still having a conversation with you, you get it? I'm everything, but I'm still here talking with you. Then holy shit, that's called fragmentation. So 77-4, fragmentation. When I'm being facetious and an asshole, I always call 77 the delusional motherfucker, because you try and tap into what's already clearly an illusion and what's a potential reality, and you try and take bits and pieces of both and make them flow together. Well, I've always told you that if you bring in a piece of the known into the unknown is no longer unknown. You understand that? And anything inside of an illusion can never be real, although it can be accepted. Anything inside of an illusion cannot be real, but you can accept it. Because if there was reality inside an illusion, then the illusion would be real. Huh? 77. Delusional motherfucker trying to use what's clearly got them fucked up as what's going to set them free. 4. The trap. 4. The emperor. 4. God. That which rules over everything. So if you are delusionally connected to what's already ruling over everything, you guaranteed to be enslaved. Because if you're connected to what's already ruling over everything, but what's already ruling over everything ain't you, you're going to love your master. Because you're going to try and keep your connection to him so that my connection to him or her is going to allow me connection to me. Hello, Genie. Hello, Genie. Why Genie? Because the power was already within you. You just don't know who you are, so you're trying to find a connection into what's ruling over you so that you can find balance with it. Holy shit, old man master at the top of the mountain, so that I can find mastery within me. It's all you though. A higher intelligence being Once you get deep enough, they're all you. They're just you at different phases of your own let me say this. Hi, this is my perspective and my experience. If this does not resonate for you, you'll be the fuck alright. So, when you are having contact with these higher intelligence beings and things like that, they're only aspects of you at different stages of your fragmentation, while you are at your current phase of fragmentation trying to find identity and value for self. If that makes sense. So, when you are having conversation with higher intelligent beings that's still me, why not just start calling them me? And how are they higher if it's still me? Imagination, the images in action, I just can't see. See, take that word imagination. The only thing missing is the see. You're not consciously aware of what you're imagining. That's why it becomes greater than you. What's the greatest thing in this fucking universe? The imagination, because the imagination has unlimited potential of thoughts. Hi, the realm of thoughts in manifestation. Take the power of the imagination and produce it into an illusion, and everything becomes real. Still separation. If I am me, I don't need a connection, because I'm already the fucking plug. Oops. But if I honor my fragmentation and try and find strength in fragmentation as what's going to fix the fissures and reinsure wholeness, is only going to wholly reinsure the fragmentations as a process to be me. Which means the biggest pieces of me in separation become my God. But yet the biggest pieces in my fragmentation that are now God, that were actually me, ain't gonna tell me that. Because they don't want to lose their position. Because they're me. And if they have to admit to me that they are me, just trying to find a way to get back in me, then they might not be God. They might just be thoughts. Destroying myself purposely and knowingly is self-sabotage. Why not love myself freely and whole? Then there's no destruction required, and then G-O-D becomes G-O, generation and operation. And if God just becomes go, why the fuck do I have to move? Remember I told you at the beginning of this reading, you went on a journey to find peace before you found peace within you. So once you went on that journey to find peace, you were already under condition. The peace you found there will only be an illusion. Because what made you move, go, is already destroying you. Damn, God. Yikes. Next. Oh shit. The whole deck tried to fly out on that one. We ain't gonna do that today though. Normally when cards fly out, the reader would go ahead and read them. Let's just understand that all the cards flew out at that point. 77-4, delusionally trapped and making balances. 4 is a trap. 4 is the number for balance. 4 is a square. You are squared in. But what's a square? A vessel of containment. But I'm God. I'm unlimited. No, you're God within containment. So find yourself in the containment and then you'll be free. You sure? No, because you just found yourself in the containment, but you didn't get out. You didn't get out the square. You just found a higher position to not get free. Still trapped. Balance is a trap. Why is balance a trap? Because balance is a system of duality. What's this all about? Fragmentation. Fragmentation is a force of separation. Get that? If I am seeking peace, it is a condition of balance. If I am seeking wholeness, there is no condition needed. It's just awareness. I'm aware that I'm whole, but I'm also aware that there's forces that want to put me into peace. PEACE and PIECE. Why? Because aimlessly they want to take my thoughts and make me draw a connection to them. Holy shit, there's that balance. And then teach me how to enslave myself to the thoughts. But the thoughts don't have power without the thinker. So in this case, what's the genie? The genie's the thinker. But he can't set himself free. You understand anything about the jinn? Without all the fucking bullshit demonizations of false ass fucking religions. The demonization of the jinn is that it is bound to its master. What's its master? The thought. But if the genie understood that the thought came from him and he didn't have to serve the thought in order to be free, everything would cease to exist. That is the worst thing for a thought. That's the worst thing for a thought, is to no longer have rights to existence. God, I saw that in my head. Yeah, I think a piece of the Matrix goes into that. A piece of the Matrix does go there. Agent Smith, he just did not want to not have the rights to be sentient on his own. He didn't want to be a part of the machine. He wanted his autonomy. He was a thought formed. You understand that? Once it was revealed that all that thought got to do is replicate itself, making where the thought came from aimless is the best way to guarantee thinking. Damn, I think I talked about that at the beginning. If what's got you enslaved can trick you into being free to enslave yourself, you ain't got to do nothing else. It wasn't me, player. Hi. As a contrarian, as what's classified as a trickster spirit, that is the nature of this universe that y'all think is... The nature of this universe is contrarian. It is your energy in reflection of itself, but if you don't know your own energy and you are trying to get an understanding of your energy through the reflection of yourself, the reflection of yourself is not as great as the light from which the reflection came from, and the light from which the reflection came from ain't as great as the source of it all. You already 3 layers enslaved. Holy shit, what's this about, them fucking threes? Them thoughts. If that thought can keep you chasing your shadow in the reflections so that I can find my light, and then once I find my light in that box, I'll feel better, I'll feel light, I'll trick myself into being free. But I'm still not the source. Why? Because I'm still feeding everything that got me enslaved as what's going to set me free. Huh? 12 years a slave. You're going to work and hope that one day he's going to see me in a different light. He loves me. Loves all the little children. Oh, 77.4. 77.4. Delusional and trapped in making balances, but don't even know that you don't own your own account. You understand that? When you open a balance at a bank, you don't own that account. You sign paperwork telling you that you don't own that account, but we want your money. We want your money, and you want to know how you don't own your account? Because if you want to go get it and they closed, you got to wait on them to open. Or if you go to the ATM and that motherfucker broke down, you got to wait on it to get fixed. But it's my money. Better call J.G. Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now. Sorry, we ain't giving it to you. But it's my account. There, little kid. It's your account. It's your account. You gonna make another deposit? Oh, and we gonna charge you on your account. Give us more Your money. Holy shit, money? Currency. What's currency? My thoughts. What's the most strongest currency in this realm? Your thoughts. So if you keep opening accounts, giving your thought form energy into everything without understanding who you are, the thought becomes stronger than you. But you delusionally connected to the thought, thinking the thought gonna show you who you are. Holy shit, you gonna embrace that motherfucker. You gonna embrace that thought, hoping that it will give you a safe ancestral space to love yourself. You see that? That's a bunch of ancestors guided around this child, and that child is learning to love itself as its light is feeling safe and protected. That's a condition of this realm. You need to have safe space to feel protected enough to be you. That's a reverse fucking curse. I need to embrace me to see what the fuck is putting me in danger. You see where I'm looking? I'm looking within first. I need to embrace me and see what's got me in danger before I realize, holy shit, what I manifested. Because I was the source. I was the source. So I need to embrace me, not keep embracing these fucking threes. Them thoughts that just says, move. 5 is movement. 5 is also the teacher. 5 is the Hierophant. 5 is that motherfucker that already know everything. You get it? What's 3 plus 5? 8. What's 8? Struggle. What do we embrace in this realm? Struggle mentality. Scarcity consciousness. Poverty consciousness. I give this class all the time, but I'll give it to you right now. What's an 8? A 0 in reflection to itself, but can't get free of what it's seeing. Did you get that? Look at the 8. It's 2 zeros, but they're connected. 2 zeros that are actually 1. It is everything that becomes nothing by trying to separate itself from what it's seen. Cosmic schizophrenia. Cosmic schizophrenia. You ever been so scared of your own light that you turn that motherfucker off? Come on. Lie to yourself, not me. You ever been so scared of what you could do that I gotta put myself in subduction? You just ate yourself. And I don't mean EIGHT. I mean ATE. You just ate your own energy. You destroyed yourself because the grandness and glory of you needed to be turned down for somebody else, which now is you just operated out of fucking fear. Fear of being too much will make you hire something less, and now your motherfucking ass is enslaved. Embrace the environments that will subdue your light. Is aimless, and you ain't gonna do nothing but enslave yourself to the experience that you gained. But holy shit now, it was already revealed. You just didn't listen to the horns. Gabriel blew that horn. Don't do that shit, motherfucker. No, I don't want to be too much for them, so I'm going to enslave myself. Holy shit, that thought of not being enough, source, reduced you into the levels of God. And now you created that thought that I'm not enough will produce an experience to verify it. But here's the contrarian trick of this universe that I was getting at. Things don't happen for the malicious aspect of it. It happens for the healing potential of it. Things happen so that you can see the value of why you should have done it or why you should not have done it, in hopes of learning not to do it again. Well, you know what? I put my hand in that fire. Oh shit, that shit burned me. Okay, good. You now have this experience. Do not do it again, my child. Okay, I learned. Experience over. Ooh, fire. Psst, ah. Was it the experience's fault or was it your dumbass fault for not learning the lesson? And now, when you don't learn that lesson and burn yourself again, you now produce another offshoot timeline of experiences that are now the result of the trauma that you helped produce. Holy shit. Now you're in the system of mastery, trying to find your kundalini. The master teacher. But what are you teaching me? How to separate myself so that I can find myself. But you embrace that shit. So delusionally trapped in the shit that you embracing, but you don't even own your own account. 3 plus 5, 8. You struggling with your choices. You struggling with the shit you embrace because you already invested in it embracing you. The universe working in my favor. God got this. Blah 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 blah. When you ain't even got yourself. So I'd like to play devil's advocate at this point. If God got you, but you ain't got yourself, God might not be able to get you. Did you ever think of it from that aspect? Why things ain't working in my favor? Because you ain't working in your favor. So God is waiting at this magnificent point in his throne and magnificent white beard, waiting to give you that which you wanted to be manifested, but you ain't showed up. Damn. Hey, JC, we told her to meet us here like last year, right? Yes, Daddy. But you ain't showed up. But you ain't showed up. But you mad because you ain't got what you asked for. I ordered a pizza last night, but I gave them the wrong address. And I'm mad that they didn't bring me my pizza. That's the way energy works. If you don't put in the due diligence to make sure that you have put yourself in the perfect position to receive, if you ain't made it to that point of understanding that I'm not the receiver, I am the source of the motherfucking flow. If you're going to trick yourself and lower yourself into this trap, you better stop trapping yourself and tricking yourself. If you ain't smart enough to understand that all this comes from me, if I'm in expectation of receiving from something else, then motherfucker, do something to put yourself in alignment. Or keep aligning in everything else designed to keep you away from it all. Okay, here we go. They're going to end my live in 5 minutes. And they won't even let me produce an image. Yeah, they don't want me to go on. Could not produce an image. Yeah, they're going to end my live in 4 minutes, 42 seconds, and they won't let me load the image to drag across the puzzle piece. So this is intentional, as I told you. We'll just keep going. I don't even know if y'all even able to hear me. Are y'all able to hear me? Because my screen is locked out, but can y'all hear me? Okay, you said yes, so I'm going to keep going. So even though this damn thing is all over the screen and it won't let me load an image, 88-2. 88 is the number of the gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are your traumatic memories. If you're going to keep playing the reincarnation game of thinking that you've done this multiple times, each time you've done it left a stain on what we'll call your soul. When they hit points of reflection that they see, then they try and either run you into it or out of it. So 88.2 says gatekeeping knowledge and connections when those are the things used to keep you trapped. If I keep doing stuff that scares me, when I see what scares me, I'm going to stay away from it. So 88.2, in the sense of what's going on with this full moon, is your traumas are trying to keep you connected to things that make them feel safe. Your traumas should not feel safe. Your traumas should be free. So here's 88.2. 13, the death card, in reverse. You are stagnated. You are stuck. You are stuck in that cycle. Remember I told you about that 8? It's basically a 0 under a spell. It's in reflection of itself because it doesn't know it's the source. 88 is whole shit. You are trapped. You are trapped. You don't even know this is you, and you created a motherfucking double. You don't know that this is you, and you out here creating doppelgangers so that you can find the right one of these yous that you helped create to be the best you. Get back into that conversation about higher beings and shit like that. You just trying to find the best you that is the safest you to take control of the motherfucking shit show. 88.2. 99. The end game. What's the end game? The shit show. The shit show is to make it to the end and see the best me that made it through the journey. The whole problem was you went through a game. And when you got to the end, if when you got there what you did not see was what you wanted to see, you'll reincarnate and do it again. I'm not coming back to Earth, says you 900 life cycles ago. I got 2 minutes, so let me hurry. 99. The end game is a controlled flow of vibrations. The dirty word is control, as control denotes a struggle or the necessity of movement. Try life path 0. All of these life paths denote motion. The name of the game should be stillness. So if 99 is running through the race to make to the end, whose fucking racetrack am I on? Holy shit, not God's. 34 in reverse. 34 in reverse. Selfishness. You on a course of over-identifying into the experience that you are currently in and not honoring that you are in all experiences. And so it's time for you to put you together and stop playing with the pieces that want to fucking keep holding you apart. Get back into the conversation I had a few minutes ago about you can start having channeling and communications with other pieces of you, but if them other pieces of you are 88s, they're gatekeepers. They only want to put them in a better position, but not put you back into wholeness. You still enslaved. You understand that? You got an enemy in your camp, and the camp is called you. Moving on. 36. Fuck around and find out. FAFO. The thoughts love traumas. Why? Because traumas produce more thoughts. What do the thoughts want? Existence. How do they get existence? Subscription from your energy. So how they gonna get subscription from your energy? Keep traumatizing you. Cue in, like I said, 95 times. Put a black person in front of about 500 other black people and watch him run. 600 of them motherfuckers running with him. So fuck around and find out. Splitting yourself into what got you split, hoping to be held together, is kind of stupid, right? Right? My experience with this figure from my card was figure out who you are. Everything in this universe will teach you what it needs you to be. And if you are channeling pieces of you that are only in promotion of themselves but have not promoted you, use a fucking slave. Use a fucking slave. You are the magician. You are the alchemist, and you burning yourself. Why? Because knowledge got you fucked up. 10 seconds. Why? 9. You under control. You under control, but don't worry about it. Your mortality is guaranteed because we're going to keep pulling you apart. 31.